everyone, I'm Kendria. I need you to go like, follow, and subscribe Soul Productions.
What's up, everyone, and this is Next Level Thinking. What's up, everyone? This is another episode of Next Level Thinking, where we always help you bring it to the next level. It's your host, Chris Holmes, as always, and today I have a special guest by the name of
Dr. Charlene Lawson, CEO of Style Chemistry Consulting.
Dang, she just has it. I can just walk up the camera. She got the rest of the interview. I don't have to say anything. she just like had even a little style, flavor into it. Just go ahead and take over the whole interview if I want to.
Well, if I need to,
Say she ain't right for that. But anyway, tell the audience a little bit about yourself, doctorate, since we are there.
Sure. So I am a Houston-based personal stylist. Okay. I'm a style expert, and I am the owner of Style Chemistry Consulting, which is a wardrobe styling business that helps women to get dressed exactly how they want to be addressed.
Alright, so ladies, if you want to break people's necks, cause scenes, or better yet, stop traffic and go viral on Instagram and all social media platforms, this is the lady to help you get to that.
I got you covered. That's my job.
So we're going to go ahead and go from like the origin story. So like, where did all these ideas originate? Because a lot of people have motivation, influences, and much more. So how did this all get started about?
Yeah, sure. So the doctor comes from my PhD in chemistry. Okay. And so I joined the oil and gas industry, which
you can't just jump that far. Like, where'd you go to school at? Your school's gonna be like, oh, you ain't gonna give me no rep.
I went to the Mecca, Howard University,
okay.
HU, So yeah, so I got my PhD from Howard, and I moved to Houston, Texas, to work in the oil and gas industry as an air scientist. And so while in corporate, and being in a male-dominated field, I met so many women who were intelligent, successful, ambitious, but struggling in the style department, especially women who have a science, technology, engineering, or math background. We're not known to be, like fashionable people. And so working with those ladies and helping them to, number one, embrace their authenticity and who they were, and helping them to rebuild and revamp their clossets. Okay. I saw that there was a need for it, and so that's what caused me to launch
my. We gotta hit the brakes on this. You say corporate America, so yeah. Mostly male-dominant area, and you just pretty much just bring your presence along.
Yeah, so for me, I came out the womb like a diva, and so.
So she basically came out the mother's womb like, hello.
Yeah, like I'm the kind of girl, like I can't like concentrate in flats. Like I'm in heels all the time, okay. Very feminine, very girly. And
but she's gonna make her stand.
I think I'm quite stylish, right? And so joining corporate America and being amongst predominantly males in oil and gas industry, a lot of my colleagues would come to work intentionally. They purposely would dress down, like
just so they can switch it up. Like,
they don't want to stand out too much.
You're like, I don't want to like kind of overbear or step over my boundaries, kind of feel
that kind of thing,
like,
right?
I just want to kind of like just mingle in.
Yeah. They don't want to stand out. They don't want to take away from their accomplishments. Exactly. And so I want women to realize, and the mission of my business is so that they understand that you don't have to sacrifice your style for your success or your authenticity for your ambition.
Okay, so we got to go on that, because I know a lot of things traditionally you have like the textbook of how you're supposed to how you're supposed to dress and much more. But this is the time of innovation, just switching some things up and much more, and this is where I'm seeing you come into play, because most, especially when you're talking about corporate America, they have the standard. This is the way, and they're just stuck in the traditional ways and just refuse to accept any kind of changes. So I definitely applaud you for like, kind of, hey, we can do some little mixing up kind of things, stretch little things up, but also speak about the adversity, because I'm pretty sure with you, opening up about some of these changes, you kind of went against the force.
Well, yeah, I think like you mentioned, corporate America used to be very structured, but it's also changing in 2019. Yeah, you have like Silicon Valley where, it's casual, so there's different work cultures that are emerging. And so, for me, my goal is to help women see that, first of all, when you look good, you feel good.
Oh man.
And right?
Yes.
Am I telling the truth?
Yeah,
right?
you are telling the truth, because like if you just look in the mirror and you're like, no, whatever. You 9 times out of 10, that same energy you just gave yourself, you're gonna portray to the rest of the world. But if you come in there and be like, oh, I'm feeling good,
like,
I'm feeling
got a little pep in your step, you know.
I guarantee you probably agree with this. Like as you meet different people, they see that energy, and they're like, they may be in the bad mood, like whatever, and they see like, hey, what's up? You know, they're like, hey, what's up? So you see like the mood changes, like they force you to like, bring your energy up. Because you can't get mad at seeing somebody smile. Like you can't just stay grumpy all the time with somebody with all, positive vibes.
Right. So when we look good, we feel good. And when we feel good, it really helps to enhance our performance professionally and personally. And so my goal is like, when you're wearing something that you don't feel comfortable in, then it shows everyone. And so
you don't need to be walking around like, what's wrong with you? Nothing. I just don't want to rip this.
Right. So the adversity for me is meeting women that on the inside they feel a certain kind of way, but they don't know how to express that outwardly, and they're scared to do so. So
without,
it's like,
I guess, trying to be a little overbearing.
Yeah,
right.
Overbearing or standing out too much. And so I'm just like, hey, you have to kind of learn to accept your authentic self, and to define your personal style and what that looks like for you visually, and then really think about what do I want to send to the world through what I'm wearing.
All right, so I got to take a quick pivot and go even deeper onto that. So I'm gonna throw this question: the importance of loving yourself. Go.
Oh gosh, he just kind of like switched it up on us, right? I think for me, what I've realized is that people respect authenticity and realness and rawness, and they know fake and phony when they see it. And there's only one you. No one can do you better than you.
Exactly.
So be yourself, be authentic, be true to who you are, and just own it.
Just own it. And then on top of that, when you start being yourself, that's when you put out the best talents and much more. Because no one, like you were saying, can replicate that because you're yourself. Now, once you start trying to be somebody else, it's not the same. You can be like, you're kind of like this, but you're not the same person. But as soon as you start being yourself, then that's when everything just manifests from that.
Right, and so clothing is a part of that, right? So knowing firstly like who you are and being true to that, okay, what does that look like? How do I express that outwardly? Through your clothes, right? Because when you see people, first impressions, oh my gosh, right? So within the first 5 seconds that you see someone,
it's either gonna be like ching, or it's like wrong.
Before they even say anything, you've made an assumption about probably their intelligence, their status level, their education,
their income, and all.
Just that. Based on, and it's human nature to base off an appearance. So your image matters, and it should match how you feel about yourself and how you want to be perceived to the rest of the world.
Or better yet, to add on to that, dress the way you're going, or dress the pathway you're about to proceed.
Right. Yeah, I say dress how you want to be addressed. You like
nice.
that? You like that?
See, she over making quotes. She want to take over the show. She ain't right. I'm about to kick her off.
Or if you're in business, dress for the job you want, not the job you have.
Now that's the traditional one that everybody loves right there.
Right.
Okay. So with that said, like any influence of people that style that kind of created or like kind of motivate you into what you're doing today?
My style influences. Well, I would say about myself personally, my personal style is I'm classic, but I'm also a little bit edgy with my style. And so I think like my style.
She jumps off the cliff.
No, I don't. I just add a little dash, a little swag to the traditional workwear and attire. Okay. So women like, I love Michelle Obama's style. Okay. I love Tracy Ellis. I love Olivia Palmero. I love Blake Lively. So those are some of my style icons that I look to, my spirit animals.
And next, she's going to be on the stylist for Oprah and all these big people in the future. I'm just going to,
hey, let's speak it into existence.
Hey, you never know. Might as well speak into existence.
Yeah.
So with that said, like, what are some of the learning things you have as you take your pathway into this? What are things that you have learned?
Learn. Well, what I've learned is that, you know, clothing on a surface level is very superficial, right?
Okay.
It's just a garment. And I find that the women that come to me that are struggling to get dressed or struggling to find things to wear, it's so much deeper than just the clothes. It's usually like an internal thing. And so what I mean by that is that a lot of women, you know, we have a lot of insecurities that we're dealing with, self-esteem issues. There's a lot of pressure on us to look a certain way, especially with social media, to look a certain way and to kind of be well put together 24/7. And that's just not realistic. But we do have jobs to do. We're moms, we're running businesses, we try to, you know, keep our men happy, friends, family, and we want to look good while we're doing it, right? And it's a lot of pressure on us. And so I found that it really just starts from, like we mentioned before, really kind of getting to the root of your issue and getting to self-acceptance and self-love, and then that can come outwardly through your personality and through your style. So that's kind of what I've learned, is that it really starts internally and then it can be expressed outwardly.
And then you can also be the first person to, you know, make that shift, that major change. It's like, oh, we can dress like this now? Like, all right, cool. And then that's like lands an even bigger impact, you know, and much more. So with that said, like, don't you have something new or like, you know, innovative going on? You know, it's just like, geez.
Yeah, I do. Okay. So I think we all know that everything is like shifting from like brick and mortar to like online. So like Amazon's like dominating, right? Taking over the world. And so what I've done is taken my business from not only in-person styling for women that are based in Houston, Texas, but I offer virtual styling or online shopping service for women around the entire world.
Okay.
And so what that looks like is you have your own private virtual closet that includes purchase recommendations, outfit lookbooks, and a place for you to store all your clothes digitally. And it's pretty amazing. And so I recommend things for you to purchase. You just kind of click and go to buy. So there's no scrolling through 100 pages, trying to find that perfect white dress or that perfect shoe.
You ain't gonna be doing all this.
I'm saving you time, I'm saving you money, and you're gonna be fly, all from the comfort of your own home. I mean, it's pretty dope, right?
Yeah, it is very dope. And breaking necks as you step out the door.
Yes!
She stopped in traffic on the way. That's how I was able to make here a little bit more. And she done took over the show. She's taking all praises.
I'm blushing, I tell ya.
So with all that said and much more, like, what's next? I know you got that going on, but what's also on the table? You just going like, I'll just let you think about that.
Yeah, so, you know, in addition to styling women and helping them to look great and to feel great, I'm also expanding into speaking. And so I do lots. I'm doing that kind of right now.
Yeah, you are.
Where I
and breaking necks and stop traffic.
I'll speak with companies about, you know, how personal style can help to boost productivity in the workplace. Teaching how you can align your personal style with your professional brand and image. Yeah, a workshop. I gotta get that going. So the speaking part's really important for me, and I'm growing into that part of my business. And then the third component, because my company is Style Chemistry, which is where we have fashion down to a science. And I am a PhD scientist, so I also, so I wanted to have that educational component as it relates to STEM, specifically science. And so I'm also working on building some workshops to help young girls to learn how to develop their own skincare and makeup products as well. So it'll be a part of the business too. So I got a lot of things in progress. So stay tuned. Make sure you're following me on all social media platforms at Style Chemistry Consultant.
See how she likes to plug that. You know, she planning to practice ahead of time.
Self-promotion.
See, I told you, she's basically taking over the show. Just like, you know. Am
I getting ahead of myself? Let me slow down.
It's all good. It's all energy because that's what we want. Oh, got it. Because I guarantee with everybody listening and watching, they're gonna be like, okay, that all sounds great, but is all super expensive?
Oh gosh, you know what? Having a personal stylist is actually more affordable than you think. But that's not the question is, oh, is this too expensive? The question is, do you wake up every morning to a closet that's full of clothes that you hate and you don't wear? And you're wasting money. So it actually makes sense to invest in a stylist to help you to understand why are you purchasing these things that you don't love and that you don't want to wear. And so instead of wasting money on clothes you don't want to wear, hire someone like me who can get a killer bomb workout that you're going to wear every day, save money and save time. How about that?
She just dropped the mic. She ain't right. I don't know where I get all these people that are just dropping bombs, taking over the show. Just like, and it had a style and swagger with it. You're finessing with it.
You know.
Yeah, I take notes. I'm watching. I ain't say it. I'm saying something now on camera, but yeah, I know this. So with all that and much more, is there anything else that you want to tell the audience? You know, you got everything going on. You don't have people stylish, you know, breaking necks, you know, and then much more. And you have the doctorate as a title. So is there anything else left to be known?
Yeah, I would just say to please check out my website, which is www.stylechemistryconsulting.com to learn more about the services that I offer. I do encourage you to sign up for virtual styling to be styled from the convenience of your cell phone, tablet,
PJs,
or laptop. Yeah, in your pajamas, right? And if you are based in Houston, I am going to be at the Women's Business Conference that's going to take place September 5th and 6th at the Doubletree at Greenway. I'm going to be talking about how you can be like a boss lady style. So what does that look like? How to cultivate your own professional style for your brand and for your company. So come on through September 5th. I'd love to meet you, get a body shape analysis, and get some education on style.
Look at all the set plugs and promotion. I hope you're getting checks for all this.
I don't work for free now.
Hey,
I got bills.
Okay, we all do. We have bills. And they ain't cheap bills either.
No.
Alright, I'm going to put you on the spot and then we're going to close it out. Leave the audience with closing statement. Boom.
Oh gosh, closing statement.
Come on,
okay.
Speaker.
You can have anything you want in life if you dress for it.
With a win. Told you she ain't right. You know, that's enough. I'm done with this. It's over. Over here with all the smoothness and stuff like that. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching Next Level Thinking and much more. It's your host, Chris Holmes. I always bring you inspirational guests, and I have my guest by the name of
Dr. Charlene Lawson.
Awesome. Make sure you subscribe, you know, watch the video on IGTV, YouTube, Spotify, iTunes, and much more so we can keep that energy going and help you take it to the next level. And peace.